realise that you're trans or something like that, you're a bit like, you start to just question everything. You start to question your entire life. You start to say, oh my god, what should I do now? And one of the major questions is, should I transition or should I stay? And most people start transitioning because they just feel more comfortable doing that than staying as who they were.
I'm Alex, I'm 18, I'm a maths student at University of Southampton. I'm from Bradford, West Yorkshire, and originally I came from Poland.
I miss some things. I miss some of the food because you can't get food like that here. I miss my closer family probably. Well, not that much though. But generally the UK is better because the people are a bit more human. They're a bit more polite, they're a bit more civil, and just generally better. I'm here since I was 4, and I'm here continuously since I was 11, so a bloody long time now. And I'm not allowed to have a passport because I applied for passport twice before Brexit happened, and I was denied both times for ridiculous reasons. The sort of, I would send them documents saying, hey, I've been to this school and that school and I have attendance confirmed, so please give me a citizenship so I can get a passport. I'm a citizen here. And they would tell me that I could have forged documents with like all the stamps from school and signatures. So I was like, okay, that's not gonna work. So we spent about £2,000 trying to get a passport for me, and it didn't work. And now that Brexit is in place, there are other things that you do. So we had settlement status or something like that, and then after a year of having a settlement status, then you can apply for a citizenship. So I will be able to apply for a citizenship in July 2020. Essentially, after talking to lawyers, it's all about money. It's all there to just get more money out of it, not for any particular better reason. It's hard to find the right balance, and it's a massive political debate whether the immigrants should be let in or should not. But honestly, we should just kind of roll back to see what the human rights are and not sort of what is the opinion, because the argument that the immigrants are taking the job is getting a bit old and a bit not valid at all. It's better than in Poland. In Poland, there was a politician who actually said something like, they will not let any immigrants in because their values are religion and the Greek philosophy or something like that, which is in itself a contradiction because the Greek philosophers did not agree with democracy. So yeah, that's how intelligent the politicians are. There's one politician who represents West Virginia, Eric Porterfield. That's him. Oh yeah, he said on live TV, well, implied, but yeah. That if his own children came out as gay or lesbian, he would drown them. People have to start to understand that there are other people out there that feel differently. And that if there's a few people that are like odd ones out, that doesn't mean everybody is. There are people who make a joke out of it as well. Or people who are like, who claim to be in the same group as you are but are not. And the whole world just kind of starts going, I don't understand that, I will not understand any of you, or start to make a joke out of it. There was a politician who did that because he claimed that on Reddit or some other website there was 100 genders or something like that. And he's like, right, so if I have to go and respect all of those people with all of those genders and sexualities and whatnot, then I will identify as a penguin and you have to respect that. And he made a whole joke out of it, and on his own profile on Twitter he ended up putting a picture of his face onto a penguin, and it's stuck like that, and it's been a massive controversy, and he hasn't even been taken off the show because he's like a host in the show. There was a survey done through Europe, and in the entire Europe they started to check how well the LGBT people are treated on a scale of 0 to 100. And in 2016 or 2015 or something like that, the score for the UK was in the 80s, and in this year's survey it dropped to the 60s. So that's a massive decrease. Then again, countries like Poland dropped from the 30s into the teens, and Russia stayed in the 10s. And same for Turkey and the southeastern countries. The one that stayed on top was Malta, and Malta stayed in the 80s and 90s the entire time. I've been to a gay pride in Bradford, I've been to a gay pride in Leeds, and I've been to 2 trans prides in Leeds. They were fun, they were loud. The trans pride is currently just a march, generally, through the city centre. And the funniest thing is that you get reactions from people, and there isn't really a range of reactions. They're either, you know, thumbs up, carry on, or they're sort of staring at you like, what the fuck? Just stare at you or point fingers or whatever, and then there's like a whole lot of people videoing it and putting it on YouTube later or on Facebook. And it's just a massive, either very good or very bad, and it's not really a range. You need to go through all the doctors, all the processes and stuff, and it takes a long time. And I've been on the accelerated list there since before I started skating, so this is November, and I'm not supposed to get an appointment until May time 2020, although I'm on the accelerated list, so that gives you an idea of how bloody long the waiting lists are. I got into figure skating by complete accident. Me and my friend just watched Yuri on Ice together, and we just got the idea of, oh hey, let's go to the ice rink and just enjoy ourselves for once, like get out of college and all the work. And we went for a few hours and we liked it, and I started posting for speed skating and for the team, and that was the first thing that actually happened. I got into the speed skating team, and whilst we did that, I went for social skates, so just with my friends and whatnot. And then I got injured because me and my friend were clumsy and we fell on ice and I hurt my back. And I had to stop speed skating because keeping the low body position during the skating was too difficult and too painful, so I had to stop that. And I just so happened to get into figure skating after that, and it stuck. But yeah, there was a few famous people who rolled by my old ice rink in Bradford. There was a cricketer who was going to Dancing on Ice. I don't actually remember his name, but he was tall as hell, and he had like long hair, and yeah, it was interesting. I have a photo with him somewhere, and I'm standing in my skates, and he's standing in his shoes, and I'm still only reaching like his neck, somewhat. So he was massive. In my case, I've got Asperger's, so I usually tend to talk with people about one of the things that are like my major interests. So that would be maths, figure skating, or I don't know, anime, probably, usually. It feels isolated generally. You spend most of your life trying to figure out why you're just not with the crowd, why you just can't get along with people, or maybe you find it difficult to make friends. But even now, Asperger's is not really recognized. It's kind of, they don't even say it's Asperger's anymore, they just lump it together with level 1 high functioning autism. In figure skating, you always have something new to learn. You could be the best in the world and there's still something new to come up with. Are we done?
Yeah, any further questions? Anything you want to say?
What you do, nice.